Hello Internet, welcome to week 9 of the Multi-Battle League. I'm here once again with Cybertron.
How's it going, guys?
We are Team Cyberbaz and we are playing Team Jamie, which is definitely going to be interesting because we are ranked 2nd and 3rd in the MBL right now. We're definitely at crunch time in our standings, I suppose.
Yes.
In our pairings, but watch the team builder on Cybertron's channel yesterday. We are going with a few strange things with this team, but this does seem like one of the scariest teams that we can come across, just because, me and Aaron have just been talking. He's just said, they're so volatile, our teams are so offensive. So, let's see.
Okay, so who do they leave? They leave Blastoise and Mr. Mime.
What have they left, actually?
Let me quickly check. I can't remember. Like, they had so many Pokemon just in general that were scary that I can't remember off the top of my head. Let's see. So they did bring Rotom Fan. Yeah, Mega. Okay, yeah, I think we both expected that. And Superior.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
That makes sense.
Because their fastest thing naturally now is what, like Mr. Mime and Porygon, I think. Oh, Victini, yes. I suppose, is naturally their fastest thing.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they have got a sneaky scarf on something.
I feel like they definitely do, like, especially with how their comp plays out. But let's see, Dragology, Excadrill, Rotom, and Porygon.
So they have brought all 3 of their Trick Room setters as well.
Yes.
They put the Dragalge in the top left-hand slot as well. I do think that has a good matchup against our team, though. So it's a bit scary, but I think, we'll just go with our normal plan. You're leading with Raichu with its little trick. I'm leading with Aerodactyl. Azumarill near the Queen in the back for me, and Jirachi and Brillium on the in the back for Cybertron.
Yes.
I mean, one thing I was just pointing out as well before we started recording is how supportive and kind of frail Cybertron's side is as well, because you haven't got a Focus Sash on this Brillium. I have invested quite a lot of bulk into a lot of this team. This Brillium is a pretty bulky Brillium, which is interesting, but we'll have to see if it pays off for us.
Yeah, it's going to be scary, but I was telling Baz, before the match started, I was kind of thinking, I feel like this is just going to snowball really quickly in one way or the other. Like we've seen, did they lead Sand? Is that actually Sand? Oh, they did. Okay, cool. So that's kind of actually what we might have anticipated.
Yeah.
We do have a plan against this, at least.
Yeah, so just, fake out the Excadrill, Tailwind, and then we can Zed fighting.
Yep.
That's what our plan was.
And they will get a Rock Slide off, but then we do have Wide Guard going into the next turn.
True.
I mean, I definitely fake out Excadrill here, right?
Yeah, you would have to expect. You have to expect they're both just going to attack you, surely.
I think so, yeah.
Maybe the Tyranitar is scarfed after all.
Yep. I'll fake out Excadrill, though.
Yeah, so faking out Excadrill and Tailwind. So we should be okay here. Unless Aerodactyl will be faster than Scarf Tyranitar, so they can't flinch us there. We should survive. We'll be taking probably a Rock Slide and a lot of damage, but hopefully we'll be in a decent position next turn.
Yeah. Our priority is probably, actually, I mean, Breloom matches up pretty decently against both of these.
Yeah.
But trying to think which one we want to knock out. We probably would prefer to knock out Excadrill first, right?
Yes, I think so. They normally do have the Z move on Excadrill, so that one's potentially threatening more damage.
Yeah.
In an Iron
I'm
Head
wondering, with this lead, if they anticipated us going Raichu Azumarill, what they would have had for the Azumarill.
Rock Slide flinches, I guess.
Yeah. Or maybe a Z move. Like Tyranitar could be Z move as well.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, there's either way we get guaranteed Tailwind up here, which is good. If they knock out Raichu, then I actually just get a free switch in into Breloom.
Yeah.
And, okay, they're not switching out anything. Let's see.
So at this point, we need to hope for no critical hits from a potential Rock Slide.
Yes.
Okay, so they... Okay.
Are they double protecting?
I don't think they
No.
would. No, they've just predicted our fake out there.
Huh, that seems overly risky, but maybe they have a
yeah,
focus
that did seem overly risky. And it is a Z move.
It actually is a Z move.
Ice. Into Aerodactyl then. Okay, well that's not too bad because the Z fighting really is the threat here.
Yep.
Aerodactyl doesn't really threaten either of these two Pokemon, so in a way this is okay. I mean, I'm going to get a free switch into either Nidoqueen or Azumarill here.
Yep.
We did go with the slow Azumarill though, so we will still be slower than both of their Pokemon.
Right. Okay.
We do have options. I mean, that's interesting. I wonder if that's Ice Beam or Ice Punch.
I feel like probably Ice Punch, right? Because we have Sandstorm up, so Ice Beam wouldn't have knocked us out. Or Special, I would assume, maybe doesn't knock us out.
The only reason I think they might have protected with the Excadrill is if it's actually Focus Sash.
Yeah, I feel like it is.
So, I've got either Nidoqueen or Azumarill to go in here. Raichu will be faster. We'll threaten either with Encore on the Excadrill and threaten both of these with a Z Fighting. Nidoqueen will be faster than the Tyranitar, but not the Excadrill, though.
Yeah. Maybe you go into Azumarill here, then.
Yeah. Because we do have potential to maybe try and Belly Drum here.
Yes.
Although that could be risky. Although, you know, what is the worst thing Tyranitar can do to Azumarill outside of a Rock Slide Flinch?
That's pretty much it.
And then we, you know, if that did happen, we really would be regretting not going with the slightly faster Azumarill.
Yeah. I think you definitely bring in Azumarill. I'd probably prefer to Encore the Excadrill, but they might switch that out. But it's still the safest play.
That is the safest play. It is very predictable, though.
Yeah.
And I know they've made a point of saying that many times that, oh, they would have beaten us last time if they just didn't predict us to make fancy moves because we just made the straightforward plays, apparently. So
right.
Maybe they're going to try and predict us a bit more just to do the safe plays this time.
Yeah, my only fear is, like, if we don't Encore, then Excadrill could just get a Drill Run off. We do still have the Z move up our sleeve, but I'm not sure if, like, because there is the Focus Sash potential on Excadrill, that's what I fear.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, Excadrill, okay, it could switch into Dragalge, or the Porygon, or the Rotom. Interesting that they have brought either one of Dragalge and Rotom.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it does feel safest to go for a Belly Drum and Encore into Excadrill.
Yeah, I really want to do that. I feel like everything else, I don't know. You know these guys better than me, so, like, I'm inclined to say just Encore just because, I suppose, yeah, they really could switch out here easily, though.
I mean, at the same time, they're not going to expect a Z Fighting, and they could easily have the Z move on their Excadrill.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, even if they do have the Z move, it does go through Encore.
Oh, true. True.
That's scary now. I don't know whether that has the Z move or not.
So maybe Belly Drum and Z Focus Blast into Excadrill? But then
I think so.
Why would they protect turn 1 like that?
I agree, yeah. You've got to think. We're running out of time. There are 20 seconds left. What do you think?
This is tricky. I think Encore is safest.
But Encore is safer. I'm going to Encore then.
Okay.
Let's see.
So it's just a toss-up. Really, this is just a toss-up of...
okay, they do switch out.
Just a toss-up of if...
Nice
okay, so they brought the Rotom. Of if they have the Z move or the Focus Sash, but Azumarill actually is faster than this Tyranitar still, so that's not a jolly max speed Tyranitar.
Yep.
And we'll see what it's going to do here. Rock Slide, I guess. Yeah, Rock Slide. Okay.
Okay, I don't mind that then. No crit? Okay, cool. I mean, we do take a lot of damage, but we do now threaten fully with the Belly Drum.
Yes.
But surely you'd imagine, like, Rotom protects here and Tyranitar switches out, maybe into either of the Fake-Out users?
Yeah, this Rotom probably has Discharge as well, you'd imagine.
Yeah.
But there's nothing really outside of Tyranitar that can sort of take a discharge nicely. So maybe we double into the Rotom here, because just an Aqua Jet is not going to knock out the Rotom.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like they could protect Rotom and just switch out into like Blastoise.
Yeah, true.
Like that would be their safest play. Are we slower than Rotom? You have Play Rough, right?
Azumarill would be slower, yeah.
Oh, it's still slower even after Tailwind?
Yeah, Azumarill will be, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Aqua Jet will not knock out the Rotom.
This is annoying. Yeah, like both last turn you were right. Like we really could have capitalized if I just Z moved Tyranitar, but it seemed pretty risky if they did have the Z move. Okay. I mean, we have to basically make the call whether they protect Rotom here or not, I think.
Yeah.
This is tricky.
I mean, I think I play Rough into the Tyranitar slot.
Wait, do you? Because... Oh, right, because they can't Thunderbolt right now.
Well, unless they have Discharge.
If you're a play Rough, I'm going to Z move Tyranitar.
Okay. And I'll Aqua Jet the Rotom then.
Yeah.
I think it'll survive, but... I'm just thinking their Blastoise probably is going to come in, but no. Okay. Oh.
Nice!
Nice.
Whoa.
That was not a bulky Rotom at all then. And we know this isn't Chopper Berry Tyranitar.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. I was not expecting that turn to play out the way it did.
No, neither was I, and we were cutting it fine with that too.
Yeah.
So yeah, this should it's not Assault Vest, it's not this is definitely taken out. Yeah. Okay. So we took a lot of damage turn 1 and 2, but we've just knocked out 2 of their Pokemon right now.
Yes.
So this is what we're talking about.
Last was a little bit frustrating because I was like, we could have capitalized, but that was really good. They definitely weren't expecting the Z move.
This is momentum Pokemon at its finest.
At its finest,
just swings and roundabouts and such offensive teams going at it. That Rotom, had to have had no bulk. Maybe it was Scarfed, maybe it was, I don't know, something else, who knows.
Yeah, the scary thing is now they do get a Fake Out user out.
Yeah.
Plus, potentially Excadrill. But they can't really Earthquake, so they'd be forced to Drill Run. And Sand is also slowly running out, although Tailwind is running out as well.
Yeah, we have got Aqua Jet to threaten the Excadrill. We have got Mach Punch too, but we are kind of still suspecting a Focus Sash. I mean, it has to be a Focus Sash, else it was just really not silly, but risky for him to just protect the Excadrill turn 1 like that.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it's got to be, especially because they switched out too.
Yeah.
Because if they do have a Z move, then you know you can use the Z move through Encore, right? So that only makes sense. That was, I don't know. It was like, I'm kind of angry because I could have Z moved the Tyranitar that turn. We wouldn't have taken any damage, but oh well. Hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah, we're still in a decent position. Azumarill is set up.
Yes.
We don't have to worry about discharge from that Rotom anymore. But Blastoise could be a problem for us here.
Yeah. They knew we used the Z move on the Raichu side. We're down to your Azumarill, Nidoqueen, my Raichu. I still have all my Pokemon on my side, but my side's the more supportive side for the most part.
I'm just going to calculate Zed Drill Run into Azumarill.
Excadrill, and there's Blastoise, okay.
Okay, yeah, so it is Blastoise. So Zed Drill Run into Azumarill does maximum 87%. A quarter of that will be, what, like 22 or so?
Yeah.
And so we should survive that if we do protect on this.
Yes.
But they can just follow me the next turn.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing. Let's say if they do have Focus Sash on the Excadrill, I mean, here they either go for Fake Out or follow me, right? And then it's a question of who would they target with Excadrill, because they can only... I don't think they would Earthquake here. They would Drill Run, so they can only get 1 to 2.
Or maybe Rock Slide.
Yeah.
Follow me, Rock Slide.
Like, my safest play here really is to just Thunderbolt Blastoise, I think. This is our last turn of Tailwind as well.
Yes. Yeah. So
Like-
we're going to be losing some Pokemon soon as well.
Yeah, like you thinking your safest play is to protect here, but they could easily fake out Raichu and drill run it.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, they've got one or the other. They can't have both fake out or follow me. So I think they should have follow me. So I don't think they'll have fake out.
Oh, okay.
That's my logic. So expecting a follow me here, I think. They could just protect the Blastoise and Earthquake though.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm gonna Thunderbolt Blastoise.
Okay, should I protect them?
I think that probably.
I mean, we're putting this through. I would have been tempted maybe to try and focus blast the Excadrill.
Ah, yeah.
I mean, shaky accuracy, but I think they might protect Earthquake. But we'll see.
Zoomer protects. They do Mega.
Oh, just to follow me. Okay.
Yeah, follow me. Okay, yeah, nice.
So yeah, good job you did go for the Thunderbolt there.
Yeah, I feel like that was just the safest option given our positioning. Okay, that's still really solid damage and an Iron Head. Nice. Okay.
Well, that works out, but we've lost our Tailwind now, so Excadrill is the fastest thing now.
Yes. Although does Iron Head knock us out? Probably, right?
Knock the Azumarill out.
Yeah. Like, they have to follow me here, so we could trade knockouts and I would get the knockout onto Blastoise, and Sand is also over after this turn.
Can you say that again, please?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, like, they have to follow me here, right?
Yeah, surely.
So, like, I could still safely Thunderbolt into Blastoise, but they probably Iron Head you?
Or... yeah, they have to target the Azumarill, don't they?
Yeah.
They're probably trying to target down this left-hand side, because I've only got Nidoqueen left after this as well.
Right. I assume Aqua Jet wouldn't knock out Blastoise.
No, not from here.
So maybe your best play is to just go for a double protect? Or they could protect Blastoise if they do have the Sash like we think they do on Excadrill.
Ah, yeah. So maybe just Aqua Jet into the Excadrill anyway then.
Yeah, and I'll just Thunderbolt.
And try and Thunderbolt.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And maybe an Aqua Jet critical hit could knock out the Blastoise too, but
yeah.
It's just
Iron Head.
We've got 30 seconds. If both of our Pokemon go down, we're gonna have Nidoqueen and either Brillium or Jirachi going in.
Yeah.
Which could be a bit tricky. Well, they have lost their Tyranitar, so they can't get the sand back up again when that does go down.
Yes, exactly. I Thunderbolted Blastoise, by the way.
Yeah, and I'm Aqua Jetting. So maybe we can, like, next turn, maybe try an Icy Wind something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Icy Wind plus Nidoqueen could help us win this.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they just follow me. Yep. Ah, close.
And they have just gone for a Rock Slide. Okay. Which, the sand is probably going to take us down. It'll be close. And it is Life Orb.
Oh, they're Life Orb. What?
So, okay, and the sand does go down. So that was really questionable, their turn one. I mean, okay, let's get over the turn one. That doesn't matter anymore. But you can, like, Brillium, we can Mach Punch your Aqua Jet into that Blastoise, and both priorities are going to knock both these Pokemon out.
Yes.
So that is obviously the first option that we can go for. Do we have any plays just put in Jirachi out? I mean, surely Brillium is the way here.
Yeah, it's gotta be, I think. Yeah, with Jirachi, like, Life Orb Drill Run, does that knock us out? It might, right?
It doesn't, no, I calculated for that.
Oh, okay, cool. I still think Breloom's the call.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, don't put it out just yet. Let's just think about what we're going to do, though, because they will be very threatened by that, and we'll switch some of their Pokemon and play defensively and everything. So how can we try and predict them for them on their next turn, then?
I'm trying to think. Like, the only way they really have out is to protect one and switch the other, right?
Yes.
So then the question is, do they switch into Mr. Mime? Like, if Victini switches in, that's fine. We would just take out that slot.
And, I mean, I suppose the worst-case scenario is if they've got Dragalge.
Yes.
Which they really could do, but that would mean they haven't brought their Porygon.
Yes.
Which would be surprising, but not, completely out of the question.
Like, right now, if they have Porygon, then it's actually looking really solid for us, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm about to bring out Breloom.
Okay, so Mr. Mime, I suppose, could be an issue as well, because that probably will have Fake Out and Follow Me. But you would expect them to have Victini instead of that?
I mean, is there any downside to you just Aqua Jetting Blastoise and me Mach Punching the Excadrill?
Well, I think we do both of our priorities this turn, but it's which one targets which, because both will knock out the Blastoise. The Breloom is faster, so Mach Punch will go off first if they do go for a Follow Me.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't want to get into a position where... Okay, so Mr. Mime can take a Mach Punch quite easily.
Yep.
And that is on the Blastoise side.
I think you just Aqua Jet the Blastoise slot and I Mach Punch Excadrill.
Yeah.
Because if they follow me, then Mach Punch knocks out Blastoise, Aqua Jet gets redirected, right?
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
And if they do switch the Blastoise into the Mr. Mime, it's going down to an Aqua Jet.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm Aqua Jetting Blastoise, you're Mach Punching Excadrill.
Yes.
Okay.
I could Spore here. I don't know. Like, I want to, but it just seems too risky.
It does, yeah, especially because Breloom is so slow here.
Yeah, I'm going to Mach Punch.
Don't really want, Excadrill can just knock out. I mean, I know what you're saying. I know.
No, it's like, I think we definitely have had a read on a lot of their plays, but it's still better to play safe because we're still in, like, the advantageous position where, like, even if, I don't know, I think here, if they did bring Mr. Mime, okay, so they do switch that out. Wait, wow. That's so good.
And that is that Mr. Mime then? That
yes.
is. Are they protecting? They're protecting the Excadrill. Okay.
Does Aqua Jet knock out?
Well, I'm going to assume so, yes.
If so, then...
Unless that's got a Focus Sash.
Nice. Okay. Wow.
So there's just Blastoise left on that side now, then?
Yes. I don't see... Wait, you said they can't have both Fake Out and Follow Me, right?
Yeah. I do believe so. Like, Fake Out... Follow Me is an event move, isn't it? And Fake Out is a breeding move, an egg move. So it is impossible for it to have both.
If that's the case, then...
We just win, don't we?
What?
We just win, don't we? Just by Mach Punching and Aqua Jetting.
That's what I think, yeah. So, who targets who here?
Well, Blastoise is stuck in. The only thing potentially on the other side is Porygon or Dragalge. Dragalge won't take much from either. Porygon will go down to a Mach Punch, so I think just Aqua Jet into the Blastoise, Mach Punch into the Excadrill.
Okay, works for me. I'm gonna do that.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yes.
We saw from the previous damage, Aqua Jet definitely does knock out the Blastoise from here.
Yes.
And if they do go for a Follow Me, Mach Punch knocks out the Blastoise, Aqua Jet is redirected into the thingy. So if they maybe protect the Blastoise and switch into Dragalge, maybe that could be a problem. But if they switch into Porygon, then it's taking the Mach Punch. So they'll probably just let the Excadrill go down in that situation. Dragalge is the worst case situation here, but really, maybe we're just overthinking it. And yeah, it's just an Aqua Jet into Blastoise, Mach Punch into Excadrill again.
Yep, I'm in 25 seconds. I completely agree with your analysis there. I'm going to go for it. Mach Punch into Excadrill. It's just really good because the Blastoise is so low and we still have so much priority. Yeah. Nice. Okay, good.
So this, it's not a Chocolate Berry. We are Expert Belt, Breloom. And they have taken 10% from... Oh!
Whoa! What?
Oh! Well, that changes things.
Oh. Yeah, okay, I thought we'd get the Garrett. That's unfortunate. I mean, I think we still would have been in a good position because they just feint anyway, and then we just threaten with the knockout onto Blastoise next turn.
Well, that is really, really interesting because this is an Adamant
Expert
Belt Mach Punch. And I thought, if anything, they would EV their Excadrill to survive. And it is Dragalge as well. Okay. I thought they would EV their Excadrill to survive just a normal Adamant 252 plus Mach Punch. And with the Expert Belt, it does get the knockout on that. So for them to actually run Life Orb and only take 89% from that Mach Punch, that had a lot of bulk with Life Orb too. That's quite weird.
Yeah.
But
Okay, I mean, either way, we're... Okay, so now...
They're going to try and double protect, surely.
I think so.
And what Sludge Wave, worst case scenario.
Oh, yeah.
So I Aqua Jet into the Blastoise and you Spore into Dragagi?
Yes, I like that.
But they could be Goggles?
Ooh.
But that really is worst case scenario. If both of our Pokemon go down here, we would have Jirachi and Nidoqueen left.
Yeah.
I think Nidoqueen should be faster than Dragalge, but the problem is Iron Head probably won't knock out Blastoise from there.
Yeah. Well, they need the double to begin with. Maybe I should protect with Breloom. Or do you think I should just Spore? I like Sporing more.
Oh, that is a thought, actually.
I might protect here instead.
Yeah, I think I definitely Aqua Jet into the Blastoise.
Yep.
But we've got 30 seconds. Spore or Protect? Because if they do get the double Protect, well, if they're Sludge Waving, then they're threatening knocking out their own Pokemon anyway, aren't they? Really?
Yeah.
So I don't think they will have Sludge Wave, especially because it's not on the same side as Excadrill.
I think I'm gonna protect.
I think you protect still, yeah.
And you Aqua Jet Blastoise.
Yeah, just to be extra safe.
Yes.
So they have tried. They've got
Nice,
it. They've not got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad. I guess we should have considered that. Like Aqua Jetting the Excadrill would have been safer as a result.
I suppose it would have been, yeah. I was just so sure.
I assumed, like, I didn't know the Mach Punch calc, but I was like, we're admin and we have Expert Belt. Like, that probably knocks out, right? Okay. They just Sludge Bomb. Nice. Okay.
So we don't know its item yet. It really could be Goggles still.
Yeah. I feel like it probably is.
Yeah. Well, worst case scenario it isn't it? But I mean, Bullet Seed, Mach Punch, they're both not doing much to it. Actually, Bullet Seed is quad resisted, isn't it?
Yes.
So Mach Punch is the most damaging thing you can do to it.
I think I'm just gonna Spore to Scout, see if I can figure out what its item is.
Well, if you Spore into it and it is Goggles, and for whatever reason that is faster and Draco Meteor critical hits my Nidoqueen, that's not good.
Yeah, so you can protect Nidoqueen and I Spore. Right?
Yes, but that is worst case scenario. Thinking maybe our resistance as well.
Yeah, honestly, I think we should be focused more on just getting a win here. Like, even if I'm not, like, just because the variance between all the teams right now, like,
okay.
I don't know. Are you thinking
because you protected? I think they could easily just target you now.
Yeah, I mean, I think I definitely Spore just to scout out its item, but for you, it's like, I feel like it's safer if you protect, just because if Breloom goes down, then it's a 2v1 where you have Follow Me.
Yeah,
I don't want to be in a
fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be in a 1v1 position. Worst case, it's like a difference of 1 for battle differential.
Yeah. Okay, so protect Nidoqueen and Spore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll see if it is Goggles or not then.
Yeah, I am a little bit, like, frustrated, just because we did get a miss. I don't think it matters in the long run, but we could have played better there. But obviously, oh, wow, they're not even.
Okay.
And we're faster with Breloom.
Yes. I mean, Dragalge is pretty slow.
Yeah.
But, like, this Breloom has got very little speed invested into it, too. So
right.
They would have to have been a very fast Dragalge. Alright, well, just Earth Power with Nidoqueen and Mach Punch, I suppose, then.
Yeah, just checking. Earth Power does more than Ice Beam, right? Or Sludge Bomb?
We haven't got Ice Beam, have we?
Oh, whoops. Yeah.
Well, yeah, this thing is Dragon Poison, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Ground is super effective. Poison's resisted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm definitely Earth Powering into it then. I mean, Breloom, do you Mach Punch or do you maybe Protect in case they wake up and target the Breloom? I think Mach Punching is probably just safer, just because we have got Jirachi in the back. It'll put it even closer to Iron Head range.
Yep, I'm gonna Mach Punch.
Yeah, it's safer. I mean, worst case scenario, we lose one more Pokemon, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, that actually did more than I thought it would.
I was thinking maybe they had Sugar Berry. Oh, they survive it. And they stay asleep. I was wondering if they might have Sugar Berry because they didn't, like, show Goggles. But
no berry, no item. I mean, no, maybe Z move then? I don't know.
Maybe. Now, we've got the choice of who we want our MVP to be. Nidoqueen or Breloom.
I already clicked Mach Punch, sorry.
No, that's alright. I would have gone with Breloom anyway, just because it's the highest one up. Just as a note, though, like, irrelevant to this game, I think it's quite interesting. Like, quite a lot of teams have got like 3 of their Pokemon that have got most of their knockouts. In our team, there's about like 6 or so that have all got a very even amount. So that's a nice balanced team we've got, actually, I think. But
yeah,
completely irrelevant to the battle there. So yeah, Mach Punch.
Yes.
And have a helping hand, Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm happy we got the win here, and I think we would have won even without the avoid, but I just like, yeah, we probably should have Aqua Jetted there, because I think like in that situation, Aqua Jet, does that not knock out Porygon if it's not at +1?
It does knock out Porygon. Adamant Expert Built Mach Punch does knock out Porygon.
Oh, sorry, I meant the Aqua Jet from +6 to Azumarill, because I was like looking back, and like we gave them a small window of opportunity to get back into it that turn.
I'll have a look, actually. Porygon, if it had like 252 HP, then Aqua Jet had a 50% chance to one-shot it.
Whereas Mach Punch just guarantees the knockout.
I think so, yeah. I'll have a look. Mach Punch, Breloom. If they are, well, actually, it's exactly the same.
Oh wow, yeah. Then we definitely should have Aqua Jetted Excadrill that turn.
Yes, yeah, we should have. Yeah, thought Mach Punch would have done more, and yeah, a bit surprised I didn't bring the Porygon. I suppose the Mach Punch was to cover for that. I mean, Dragalge does. I think I'm sure I mentioned in the team builder yesterday that Dragalge actually does have a pretty good matchup against our team, so they could bring it, but it was just a case of will they actually get it into a position where it can do things. And at the end of this game, they didn't have any Tailwind, they didn't have any Trick Room. It just sort of sat there and got knocked out and put to sleep by things. I think the key turn in this game was actually the Zed fighting on Tyranitar.
Yes.
Just because they were not expecting that, and that got the knockout for us. Yeah,
I think they were in a position where they're like, oh, we'll lose one of our 2 Pokemon, but the other will just knock out a Azumarill here, surely. But we got the double knockout, which was great. I think, yeah, I just want to reflect on the game real quick, just because, like, we won, but I just want to talk about some key points. Like, you pointed out that turn, that was by far the biggest turn. Like, we had the opportunity to go for the Z move onto Tyranitar immediately, because, like, Excadrill obviously could have feared the Encore. But like Baz and I mentioned, we thought it was safer to just go for the Encore instead of risking like going for a fighting Z move onto the Excadrill and having it survive with the Sash or whatever.
In that situation, we thought a Sash was more likely than the Z move then, just because they protected turn 1.
Yeah, I'm shocked that they ended up having, well, 2 things, Life Orb and like so much bulk, because I was like, surely Mach Punch will knock them out, especially after taking 10% of damage. And so I feel like, I mean, I'm going to do the calc. Actually, maybe I'll just do the calc.
So am I. I'm going to do it now.
Yeah, because I feel like that still was probably a super low roll.
Yeah, even if they had 252 HP, this Mach Punch minimum is 92%. That's ridiculous.
What? Wait, so how in the world did they survive that? Did they have like a ton of defense as well? They've had to.
They must have, yeah.
What the heck? How much defense would they have? Like, I'm looking at 252 right now. Okay, if they had that much, then yeah, they would. But still, like, I'm gonna say like 120 defense.
Yeah.
Then that would, I don't know. Like,
if they had 252 HP and 28 defense, then their minimum roll was 87.
Okay.
So
I really want to know now how much investment they had, because I am still really
interested to see their team builder.
Yes, But yeah, I think like looking back, since Aqua Jet did the same amount, like there was kind of little reason to not Aqua Jet the Excadrill slot.
Yeah, could have calculated that. I guess it was just an assumption that Mach Punch would have done more to it, a Porygon. But
yeah, that was, I think, like, I'm really happy about how we played that, other than that one turn. But like even if they hit that, then Excadrill faints and then Azumarill faints, and then we get the Nidoqueen in. So if they don't get the double protect, like, they need a hit and they need to get a double protect, and then we can still threaten with Mach Punch. And then, as we saw, the Nidoqueen was faster than the Dragalge, which didn't have a Shuka Berry. It was a 2-hit KO. We still had Breloom, which could Spore and was faster, and Jirachi. So I think, like, even if they hit that Rock Slide, it ends up being like a 1-0 win or a 2-0 win instead of we had a 3-0 win, I think, in the end there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, that was the only turn where I was like, oh man, like, we kind of screwed things up. Otherwise, like, everything else, I think we played safe for the most part, but there's a reason why we played safe. And Azumarill hanging on from that Rock Slide was huge too.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of surprising they went for the Rock Slide instead of going for the knockout onto Azumarill that turn. That might have been like the biggest thing for us, because they just allowing us to survive was so good. Like,
well, they might have done the calculation on Azumarill and thought it would have knocked it out, because any normal Azumarill, the Rock Slide probably would have knocked it out. This Azumarill is 252 HP, it's relaxed, and it's got 64 in defense too. So
yeah, so like us being surprised, like, and then they might have been like caught off guard in the same sense as well.
These EVs again have actually come through for us.
Yes, so Baz once again the brilliant EV genius. But yeah, overall I think like I mean, credits to Jamie, obviously. They're a really, really good team. I honestly thought they might have been like the best team just in the last couple of weeks. They looked really strong. Obviously, Drinking Birds as well. Like them too. They were top 2 for a reason. But overall, I'm pretty happy we got the win here. Azumarill finally managed to get a setup where it was able to put in so much work. And that Aqua Jet just picking up the knockouts onto Rotom and Mr. Mime, like that was so big. But obviously, credits to them. You know, Rockslide did miss, but I do feel like we came in with really good prep. Our kind of tricks worked, and we played well, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, that Rockslide miss is the only thing that they can complain at, really. And if it had gone down, I would have been down to my last Pokemon, Nidoqueen, but I think we would have still been in a decent position.
Yeah, honestly, I think we still win because, like, they were already down to their last 2, right?
Blastoise, wasn't it, at that point?
Yeah, it would have been Blastoise and Dragalge, and, like, if they don't miss, they need a double protect to begin with. If they don't get the double, like, fine. Either way, Breloom would still be alive to target that slot. We were faster with Breloom, we were faster with Jirachi, we had Iron Head and Icy Wind, so I feel like we probably win the game anyway. But yeah, that was like the biggest mistake. Otherwise, we've been talking for a while now.
Just an OCD point, I suppose, going for a helping hand Mach Punch. Didn't respect the fact it could have been a focus banned Dragalge as well. I think we prepared well. I think Raichu did a lot of work for us, even though it went down quite soon. Getting the knockout on the Tyranitar so they couldn't get the sand back up in the future was really big for us. And actually, I think this week Drinking Birds play Dream Ball. So if Dream Ball win that game, we could be number 1 after this week.
Oh yeah, that's very true. Man.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing the rankings after this week.
Yes, because we won by 3 Pokemon, so even if Dream Ball 6 those Drinking Birds, then we'd actually be first in the league if as long as Dream Ball wins.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so hopefully back at number. I mean, obviously not wishing anything on Drinking Birds, but but they are our last week opponents, so please chip away at their confidence.
Yep, definitely. But overall, thank you guys for watching. I mean, we should wrap this around.
Yeah, we should do. Yeah.
That win does finally actually secure our playoff spot. Like most of the teams with 6 wins, like we were probably pretty good, just because like a lot has to go wrong. But this one does now, like mathematically, we're guaranteed playoffs. But I think now we're definitely in the top 2, maybe even first, and we only have 2 weeks left. So Baz and I would obviously very, very much love a bye going into playoffs. But yeah, pretty happy about that. It's after beating Dream Ball last week and Jamie this week, like it really both games could have gone either way. But just happy with the wins against
and
such
just
good
again
players.
One more comment for the analysts: our 2 losses really were just to like a speed time critical hit and a timeout, really. So, but anyway, let's wrap this up now. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, respect to Team Jamie, obviously, but next week it is Team We Disney. So the team builder will be here on my channel. The battle will be on Cybertron's channel. So please check us out, stay subscribed, and all the rest of it. And we will see you then.
Yep.